Hey, what's up everybody? This your girl Kiki, and this is Kiki Pretty Life 23. What's up everybody? This your girl Kiki, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. I would appreciate it. So for this video today, I'm going to be doing a fill-in, and I'm just going to keep my design very simple, only because I am planning on changing the design, I say within a few days. So, and plus I wanted to do a chrome look, which I know ain't gonna last long on me, because being a nail tech, when I'm working with files and alcohol and acetone and all that kind of stuff, it could wear my nails down very quickly. So this design is not going to meant to be a long-term type of design. It's probably only going to last me for a few days before it starts looking like a hot mess. So I'm going to end up having to switch it over anyways. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and remove all these designs that I did. So if y'all haven't seen my last video, this was actually a Christmas design that I have done. And it came out so cute, y'all. Everybody loved them. I work at a salon, so many people were noticing my nails, and they were just so amazed with the 3D art that was done on it. Like, I really slayed it, y'all. So if y'all haven't seen that last video that I did for Christmas, y'all can check it out here in this little question mark tab that I put on the top. It's like a black bar, or y'all could just go in my bio. The video link will be there too. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and remove all this stuff that's on my nails. So the thing about the 3D art that is on my nails is it's not like charms where I could just pop them off. This is done with solid gel. So it's kind of like poly gel, but it's way more solid. So you could pretty much form it like Play-Doh. So the thing is that it's pretty much like a polish. So once it's on your nails, is kind of hard to come off, like, you know, gel or shellac. So because it's so stuck on my nail from the base coat that's attached to the solid gel, the only way I could take it off is by drilling it off, because if I did try to pop it off like a charm, it will rip my nails completely apart, and I don't want that because it's so secure on my nails. So the only way to get rid of it is by using this 5X coarse drill bit and just grind it all down. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, is removing the polish. And I also had quite a bit of lifting this time, because I don't know if it was because my hands were just in more acetone lately, or I don't know what happened, but I don't know, usually my set lasts a pretty long time without a lot of lifting, but this time I just had a lot. So I don't know, maybe I banged my nails too many times or something, but I'm just getting rid of any lifting. So if you see them looking worse once I remove this, don't worry, because that's just part of the process. You want to get rid of any lifting, because if not, you're going to have risk of like water moisture being trapped in there, which could cause fungus issues, and that's not what you want. So make sure you're removing all that lifting when you're doing the fill-in. Okay, so I'm just going in, pushing in my cuticles right quick just to free up any dead skin. And then I'm going to go in with my sanding bit and grind off any dead skin that has grown out on my natural nails, along with making sure that I smooth any acrylic that has been popped off my nails, because I had to get rid of a lot of lifting, especially on my right hand. It was a lot of lifting. So I'm basically going to have to do almost like a full set on a couple of nails, only because of the fact that I had to take off so much lifting. So that's pretty much what I'm doing at this point here. So now the last step is just to clean my nails off real good before I do the filling. So I'm using this nail brush here, which helps a lot with cleaning my nails, getting all those crooks and crevices and all that dust out of there. So once I do that, then I'm gonna go ahead and prime them up and get them filled in. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and get them filled in, and for the color I'm using, of course, Nude Me from Not Polish. Now if you wonder why my hands look like this, if they look super dry, that's perfectly normal, y'all. Sometimes that rubbing alcohol, especially the 90%, could really dry out your hands and make them look ashy, but that's how you know they're like super clean too. So but eventually I am going to put some lotion on and some cuticle oil, so don't worry about that if my hands look super ashy right now. That's just part of the process, because you want to keep them nails as dry as possible, especially when you're doing acrylics or any nail extensions, because you want them nails to last. So you want to make sure any oils that's even around it to be eliminated. So yeah, right now I'm just doing my filling, and I'm going to show y'all how I do my filling with my non-dominant hand, because that is a very hard thing to do, especially as a nail tech who do your own nails, or if you just do your own nails in general. Even if you're not a nail tech, it's one of the hardest things to do, because not only that it's hard to match your right hand with your left hand, but then you're doing it with your non-dominant hand, which is the hand that you usually don't use. So but I'm going to show y'all how I do it, because I actually did a pretty good job with using my non-dominant hand, because now when I was doing my filling, the acrylic kept running everywhere. And the reason why is because the room was cold. It's like, I think it was like 20-some degrees in the room or something like that. It was just really cold. So because of that, I had my heater going on, but it wasn't getting warm enough. So my acrylic was just running all over the place. So you see, I was struggling to keep it on one nail. So of course, I didn't think to add some acetone to my monomer, because if you add just a couple of drops of acetone to your monomer, it actually slows down the dripping problem. It actually makes the acrylic cure a little bit quicker. So if you're ever dealing with any issues where your room is cold and your acrylic is running all over the place, try adding a few drops of acetone to your monomer, and that actually helps slows down the movement, and it actually helps your acrylic cure a lot more quicker. So try that trick, because I end up doing that for my right hand with my non-dominant hand, and it ended up working so much easier. So you'll see the difference once I get to my right hand. So now we're going to use my non-dominant hand. So you can see I position my hand just a little differently this time. I position my hand more towards the center, so it makes it easier for me to kind of have more control over the bead of acrylic. So this is when I added the drops of acetone to my monomer. You can see so much of a difference. It's not running all over the place like my other hand was. So it was easier to control the bead, and I was able to get a better application out of it. So again, if you're dealing with the same issue that I was dealing with, which was your acrylic running all over the place, I highly recommend using a few drops of acetone, and that helps so much. So with my non-dominant hand, the way I pretty much do it is first I make my bead with my right hand because I get better control over the liquid to powder ratio, and then I switch the brush to my left hand, and then that's when I put the acrylic down. Now on that first finger I did put a little too much on there, so it was still running all over the place. I'm used to working quick, so I wasn't thinking about it because I'm used to working with C&D at the salon, which is what we carry, and that works so much faster compared to this brand, which ain't nothing wrong with this brand. I still love it to death. It's very buttery and I love the process. It's just that my room was cold, but I was also trying to work too fast, which with this acrylic you don't really have to be quick with it. It cures a lot more slower, so you know, I was just trying to rush through it. But yeah, I learned my lesson on that one. But it did help a lot. I did end up adding a few more drops of acetone to help really slow it down because I was just working too fast. Okay, so after I'm done with the acrylic application, I'm just going in with a sanded bit. Now, usually I use a volcano metal bit, but because my acrylic application was actually super good and it wasn't thick or bulky at all, I was able to just kind of file it down just a bit. So when you get to a point where your acrylic application is super good, you can actually get away with just a sanded bit. You don't even have to really use a metal bit because you don't have to do a lot of debulking like that. So it was pretty good. So I didn't have to use anything metal wise. So I just went ahead and made sure I sealed in them cuticles and made sure that everything was in shape. And then I went ahead and used my nail file, filed the shape in really good, and then buffed it to make sure that the surface was super smooth. So now we get into the design. So for the design today, I'm going to be doing some rose gold Frenchies. So I did have to do some test outs because when it comes to chrome is very tricky to work with because it all depends on the polish, the technique that you use, like how long does the polish cure, and you got to have like a certain tacky layer where it's not too tacky, where the chrome could come out glittery, but then you don't want it not tacky enough where the chrome won't stick. So you have to be in the in-between. So it's very, very tricky to work with. So what works for me is that I mix some black polish with some non-white top coat, and the non-white top coat basically creates kind of like, it kind of stops the black polish from being too tacky, but tacky enough from the black polish itself where the chrome will stick, but it's not going to be like glittery. So it's hard to explain, but basically if you just test out a few polishes depending on what brand you use, I know there's polishes out there now where they're specifically for chrome, so it gives you that right tacky layer where the chrome will look mirror-like without it being too glittery. So I know there's little tricks and ends to that, but this is what works for me, and that's how I was able to get it to work. Now, the first time that I did this, I think there was a problem with my lamp, and when I looked underneath, it turns out that there was a few light bulbs that were out, so I will have to give me a new lamp, but that also makes a huge difference of how well the layer is going to be once you apply that chrome. So I did have to apply my fingers in a certain way where I would make sure that the light hits every single angle, the sides, the tops, everything, because you can see when I first put it on, it looked kind of almost like glittery on one side, but then the other side came out more chrome-like. So I did have to start over with that thumb by re-polishing that tip, and then once I made sure that the whole nail was in there, make sure that every side was getting hit by that light, that's when it worked the best. So if you feel like if you try my method and it does not work, it could be your lamp too. Your lamp needs to be really nice and bright, and it needs to all work, and like all the bulbs that are inside the LED lights, they all got to work in order to make sure that every part is cured, because if not, you're going to have some spots that are glittery and some spots that are chrome like mirror like. So you can see after trying out the second time, it came out so much better, y'all. Like you can see that it looks pretty much like a mirror. So at that point, I'm gonna go ahead and top coat it because I want to make sure I protect it, because if any friction comes across the tip of my nails, that could cause the chrome to rub off. Now, the only thing I can't get right is when I do top coat my nails, the glitter does get all over the place still, but it's not a lot, like it's noticeable, but you can see it every now and then. Like if you hit it in certain lights, you kind of see a little glitter action going on the nude, which to me it don't really bother me. I feel like it kind of adds to the design. It kind of makes it look cute, so I don't really have a problem with any glitter getting on the nude part of the nails, but I know for some people it could be bothersome, so I really don't know the best way to do it, because no matter how well I clean the leftover chrome off my nails, which I don't want to clean it too much because then it'll rub off the chrome. So it's a trick to that too that I'm still trying to figure out, but it doesn't bother me. So Okay, so now I'm just doing my right hand with my non-dominant hand, and doing Frenchies with my non-dominant hand is so freaking hard, y'all. It's such a struggle, so it's never going to be perfect on the other end. I'm pretty convinced, and definitely comparing my thumb to my other thumb is a lot more lower compared to the other thumb. It's a little bit more of a deeper French. The French on the other side looks a little bit more just thicker, and I think it's because also the thumb on my right hand is a little bit shorter too, which I didn't really care to extend it, so it's just going to be the length that is going to be. All right, but yeah, and then just doing the same thing, top coating each and every finger except for the 3 fingers in the middle. I was able to get away with 3 without messing them up, but I like to top coat as I go because again, I ain't trying to mess these up one bit. All right, y'all, so that is the finished look of my nails. This is how they end up looking, and they came out so good. I absolutely love the rose gold chrome tips on top. Like, it just looks so nice. It's so clean, and yeah, they came out way better than I expected, but hopefully they'll last me for about, I say more to 5 days. I would say give it about 5 days, and then I'm gonna switch up the design. But anyways, I want to thank y'all so much for watching my video. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. If you do like what you see here, don't forget to give a like on my video, and don't forget to subscribe as well to my channel for more content from me, and also follow me on my other social medias. I don't think TikTok is gonna last for long, so I might end up switching to Instagram and going back on there, so we'll see how it's looking in the near future. But anyways, y'all stay blessed out there, stay safe, and I'll see y'all on my next video. All right, peace.